Hey friends, so I've been home from my big backpacking trip through Asia about a week now, and I'm finally settling back into reality, accepting our president, and jet lag's wearing off, and I'm finally feeling myself again. And partly because of some of the bigger things that have happened too in the last week. I made some videos before I left, kind of talking about some big things happening in my life. One being my job offer at Kodak, and two being my relationship with my next door neighbor, ending sort of dramatically, abruptly, and kind of terribly. So I had a lot of anxiety coming home, both because I was deciding about this new exciting career opportunity, and second because I can't drive into my driveway without feeling anxious about seeing somebody who I cared so much for who was now like a total stranger, like an enemy. And, I preach so much about love and peace and happiness, but I haven't been living in it, and that's not authentic. And I hope that, this message can inspire somebody else to maybe create some peace and happiness, and live more freely and authentically. I was sitting back stubbornly right next door, like waiting for him to come apologize to me because he's the one that messed up and blah, 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 and this whole story that I'd been dwelling in and making myself miserable. And I decided to just take the power into my hands, and I walked right over to his house and knocked on the front door and asked if we could talk. And it took courage, and it took humility, and I was scared that he was going to slam the door in my face and tell me to fuck off, like you put me on blast on Facebook and blah blah blah, but he didn't. He was the person that I had loved. He was open and honest, and he was so apologetic, and I apologized first. That's what it took. It took me going over there and saying I'm sorry for the way I acted, for the way that I treated our relationship, the way I disregarded our love and didn't, treat it with more respect in the way that we ended. And I'm sorry for the things that I could have done better in the relationship after, and and for setting expectations too high. That is the cause of suffering. And coming out of my amazing relationship with Perry that ended because of his health issues, maybe my expectations were too high on another new relationship, and so I took accountability for that, and I felt a lot of relief there. And he was very remorseful for the things that he did, and that felt good to hear too. And it was just nice to create that space for us both to just say sorry and come back to the people who we truly are, because this tension is not real. It's like, that's not what is real. The love and the peace and the trust and the honesty, that was real. And so to honor that, it was really good for us to meet in the middle and be truly honest and authentic with each other. So the air has been cleared, and I feel so much better. Just the tension is gone, and I feel a million times lighter, and I feel like I can be in my home without looking out the window to just, it's so much better, and I'm happier being home. And so I hope that, you can find peace in a relationship or in a situation where you have tension too. If this strikes a chord with anybody, sometimes you just have to take the first step, and you'll be surprised what awaits you on the other side. And if it doesn't work the way you want, maybe that's because, you just need to give it more time. I don't know. But as far as the job with Kodak goes, the really good news is they interviewed 5 more people out of the 140 applicants that they got, and I'm still their number 1 pick. So we are in negotiations. San Diego is obviously my home, but LA is where their offices that I would be working with directly. So figuring out schedule, figuring out payment, figuring out all that fun stuff. But I'll keep you guys posted. So I haven't fully made one decision or another, but I just figured, since a lot of people have been asking me, I'm very honored that you guys are following along with my adventures and my journey, and I hope that I can help inspire other people to follow their dreams and live with their heart. And it's hard, it's scary, but it's worth it. Love you guys.